Good evening, fellow gamers, and welcome to another edition of CheQ-It Weekly, where we keep you up to date on everything the gaming industry has to offer. Today we'll be discussing the bejugular Orcs Must Die 2, Torchlight 2 shaping up, Kingdoms of Amalur DLC, THQ's Lifeline, and Payne Mobile. Let's step into your gaming news. Bungie released a smorgasbord of Halo multiplayer statistics ranging from Halo 2 all the way up to Halo Reach. These include massive numbers such as 20 billion total games played, 136 billion kills, 2 billion hours played, 150 million user-created files, and 350 million firefight games. That's a pretty big testament to such an empire Bungie has built. Let's see how well 343 Studios can expand upon it. Robot Entertainment has revealed their next title, Orcs Must Die 2. The sequel to the first Orcs Must Die game will allow for the much-requested cooperative play, a new campaign, more enemies, a lot more traps and defenses, and an entirely revamped upgrade system, as well as having special goodies for those who own the previous Orcs Must Die title on PC. The game is planned to be released late 2012, but hopefully we'll see it before then. Spiral Game Studios, the development group behind the Orion beta for Steam a while back, has finally announced the release date for their upcoming futuristic sci-fi shooter that pits future soldiers against the most terrifying creatures of all time, dinosaurs. Orion Dino Beatdown will be released on April 20th and will allow up to 5-player co-op, supporting many different vehicles and weapons to be used to try and survive the dinosaur onslaught. The price will be $10 and will be released on Steam. Keep an eye out for this game, as it looks pretty promising. Nintendo's upcoming console, the Wii U, now has a speculated release date, or a leaked release date for that matter. The leaked date is aimed for November 18th, which would still leave people just as confused as when the console was first announced at E3 2011. This console is likely going to be a hit or miss for Nintendo, as most consumers still don't know what exactly this is or what it's going to be able to do. I'm interested in how they're going to pull it off and turn a profit. Runic Games, the developers behind the dungeon crawler Torchlight, has revealed some of the pet companions in their upcoming title, Torchlight 2. These include the same pets from the first game, the cat and the wolf, as well as a few new faces, such as a ferret with goggles, which is completely awesome, and a freaking panther as your sidekick. Torchlight 2 is said to be released a month after Diablo 3, which may or may not be a good marketing plan of Runic Games' part, as there are distinct similarities between the two. I'll be playing both extensively either way. The Secret World, the upcoming MMO by Funcom, has finally had a release date announced. The game will be coming to the not-so-secret world on June 19th and can now be pre-ordered on their website. Pre-ordering will give you access to the beta weekends, a 4-day early access to the game before the rest of the world gets into the secrets, the ability to save your character name early on, a ring and pet for early levels to help out, and an in-game t-shirt to say that you pre-ordered because you're just that cool. This game looks pretty sweet, and I will surely be picking it up on release date, if not sooner. Kingdoms of Amalur, the massive single-player role-playing game by Big Huge Game Studios, has a second piece of downloadable content scheduled to be coming on April 17th to both Steam, Xbox, and PlayStation Network. The pack will cost $10 and will further expand the game by adding the Teeth of Naros, which takes place in an environment ran by an ancient troll god. Everything about it sounds awesome, and seeing how the Legend of Dead Kell, their previous downloadable expansion, is already pretty good, I expect this to be a trump of what they've done so far. Battlefield 3 has been on the agenda recently for many first-person shooter gamers, as they've been running headway into tons of downloadable content additions to the game, such as Armor Kill and Back to Karkand expansions. One thing that people have been down about recently is the addition of EA's awesome move to put in a pay-to-win service. In other words, if you pay an additional $40, you can unlock almost everything in the game, ranging from vehicle upgrades to equipment used by your soldier. That's topping off the total expense for a player to be $100. Games, to me, have a much longer life if there's something I can persistently work toward, so adding a way for people new to buy everything instead of unlocking seems like it'll ruin their experience, but who else to expect to overcharge and underdeliver than Electronic Arts? Aliens, Colonial Marines, got a new gameplay video, showing off some of the single-player campaign and all the goodies of being a Marine in the Aliens movies. which is hopefully not dying. This game is surely on my heartbeat sensor, and I can't wait for it to come out, especially to play the co-op. Hopefully it'll be a bit better than the previous Aliens game. The dynamic lighting in the game is staying true to the movies and will hopefully hold the same scary aspect. We'll see it when the game is released. THQ has been on a teetering slope recently, and the head of Take-Two Interactive, Strauss Zelnick, believes that THQ itself will be dead and gone within 6 months. Proof of his claims are supported by THQ's stock being on the verge of delisting, Warhammer 40k Dark Millennium being dropped from an MMO to a single player due to no investors, and THQ itself having a leaked cancellation of a 2014 slate, which THQ has indeed denied. Still, it's hard for publishers to compete when Valve and EA rule the skies. Hopefully THQ won't die out, as I still love the games they put out. We'll see in 6 months if Zelnick is correct or not. Kingdom Hearts 3D and Theatrhythm both have a release date for July 31st and July 3rd respectively. Both games are already available in Japan and are getting good reviews from gaming magazines over there, so we'll see how well they fare with the Western audience. I'm not too excited about Kingdom Hearts solely due to the fact that Disney and Final Fantasy don't seem to mix well with me, but a Final Fantasy rhythm game sounds like an exciting take on the genre. Microsoft has reserved a whole bunch of domain names by the title of Halo Infinity. These include site names like SpartanOps.net, HaloInfinity.net, and HaloInfinityMultiplayer.com. To me, this sounds like what Bungie did with Halo Waypoint, but on a larger and more interactive scale by adding minigames and such. I have absolutely no idea, and Microsoft hasn't put any information out there on what exactly is Halo Infinity, but I assume it would tie into Halo 4 and future projects by 343, or something completely different entirely. Who knows? Rockstar Games, the developers behind such games as Grand Theft Auto and Max Payne, have confirmed their plans to re-release the first Max Payne game on mobile devices and will be properly named Max Payne Mobile. This remake will feature advanced graphics from the first iteration and will allow for a fully customizable control scheme. The game will be released to all versions of the iPad and all iPhones 3G and up. I'm sure Tegra-enabled devices will be more than capable to run the game as well. It is to be released on April 26th, so get ready for some slow-motion action. Sonic the Hedgehog 4 Episode 2 will be coming out to stores soon. The game is to be a large enough standalone game to tie in with the first episode that was launched 2 years ago. We all know and love Sonic, and it's pretty sweet how Sega is keeping the legend alive while still keeping the series fresh by adding in new and challenging aspects to each level. Episode 2 will be coming out on May 16th, so keep your eyes open on the Xbox Arcade and PlayStation Network. Mass Effect 3 is receiving some DLC entitled the Resurgence Pack for multiplayer. This edition will add new characters such as the Geth Engineer, the Batarian Sentinel, the Asari Justicar Adept, and the Krogan Vanguard. New maps will be coming in too, such as Hydra, a water station in the middle of the ocean, and Condor, a massive dig site. New weapons will be added too to further add to the depth of character creation and multiplayer. Luckily, the pack will be free of charge and will be coming out on April 10th. My question of the week for you guys today is, do you think THQ's suggested life remaining is true or not? The publisher has seen some rough times, but I don't think they will crumble anytime soon. If they do, will you guys mind it or not, or will they fall down to the depths with all the other dead game developers or publishers? Thank you all for watching. Please remember to rate, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you check it out next Sunday, where we keep you up to date with everything the gaming industry has to offer.